Welcome to Thrift Store Rundown's third expedition to the Emmys. Our second annual and third overall begins now. As you know, this is a series where we celebrate TV's biggest night on a budget in the way that we celebrate cinema's biggest night, a la Odyssey to the Oscars, because the Emmys are essentially the Oscars of television. Quick production note before we get started. If the lights in here look a little more dim than you're used to seeing them, that's because one of the lights in the studio went out and the socket stuck. We'll have to call the professionals to unhook that. And there's a horseshoe fly running around the studio, so this is going to be a little tricky to do. But you know what's even more trickier? Trying to live amongst the Tucker, Dunphy, Pritchett, Delgado clans. I just hope they have some room for me at their family table. And if this is any indication, they might just have to make some room for me. This is pretty much self-explanatory. The Modern Family Cookbook, designed by the venerable Meltzer Media, published by Archmore House with the full cooperation of 20th Century Fox Television. This was picked up from the Red, White, and Blue thrift store for $4.99. It came in a straight wrap packaging, which I had to take off, and it retails for $29.95 in the US and $34.95 in Canada. I'm approaching this as an outsider, as someone who's never seen Modern Family before. However, I've heard good things about it, and I am acutely aware of the show's 5 outstanding comedy series primetime Emmys for the first 5 seasons. Frasier is the only other show in its class to have achieved such an impressive feat. I doubt any other sitcom, family-oriented or otherwise, will be able to duplicate that impressive track record, let alone beat it. But we'll see. For right now, we better tuck into this. Now, I am, again, an outsider, Modern Family, but I do have a firm grasp on the blended clans that you see here. The chefs in this book. The Dumpies, Claire, Phil, Luke, Alex, and Haley. The Pritchett Delgados, Jay, Gloria, Joe, and Manny. And by the way, Jay, who's played by Ed O'Neill of Married with Children fame. I want to know, what black magic or blind luck did you just happen to stumble upon to land a babe like Gloria? Somebody tell me. And Luke, Manny, I told you, I'm not a Modern Family person. Oh, he's just a ladies' man, through and through. Luke is here, the Dumpies. If anything, I would definitely want to snatch up Alex. But, well, Adams already did that for me. Appreciate that, sir. Of course, she's played by Sarah Hyland. And then you have the Tucker Pritchetts, Mitchell, Cam, and their sassy daughter Lily. Of course, Mitchell is played by Jesse Tyler Ferguson, who's a foodie in his own right. He has a cookbook, which I'm hunting down. You also have here a list of the Sue Seps, relatives, and family friends in this list. All of them listing their favorite recipes throughout. Before you get to the recipes, however, we have a guide to making yourself at home. How to achieve some of the interior style of the 4 families that you see in here. For Tucker Pritchett's Asian Fusion, sleek luxury for the Pritchett Delgados, and study comfort for the Dumpies, the more conservative of the blended families that you see here. Let's get started. There are several themed menus in here that we'll highlight for you at the end of this review. I'm singling out the Oscars Party menu. And why? As I stated before, the Emmys are the Oscars of television, so they equate pretty well in here. And we'll start here with Cam's roasted pepper and beef crostini, which makes 48 small bites, and we don't have a photo of that recipe in here. But believe you me, there are plenty of recipe photographs to be found in here, as there are plenty of Canada quotes and anecdotes that you'll find here on the sides of these pages. The Modern Family aspect of this cookbook is definitely represented well, with a bunch of sidebars and main features on 2 pages and more that take you deeper and deeper inside the Tucker, Dunphy, Pritchett, Delgado's worlds. Next, Mitchell's smoked salmon canapes, and that'll serve 34. That makes 34. It's up to you to figure out how much they'll serve, depending on how many people you're gonna have at your Oscars or Emmys viewing party in this case. That looks sumptuous. Next, Cam and Mitchell's butternut squash bisque. So this is a joint effort here that serves 4 to 6 as a starter, or more as an hors d'oeuvre. You have to be the judge, but that looks scrumptious, and since we're heading into the fall pretty soon, you want to keep that on hand even beyond the primetime Emmys, which really can't come soon enough after a particularly solemn weekend we have. And finally here we have Clan Phil's basil-infused mojitos, which serves 12. Now I understand the Oscars party menu in here really isn't one of the more substantial, hearty party menus, but believe you me, if you want a little more substance, well, there's a menu for everyone. Clive and Juliana's date night dinner. I can only assume they're family friends of the Dumpies here. I really wanted to highlight this because it had a lot more substance, a lot more sex appeal. Well, to each their own. But I wanted to be fair. I wanted to keep everything, correctly in continuity. So I chose the Oscars menu. We also have an anniversary breakfast in bed. We have a Valentine's Day sweeper offer feast. Family game night. A princess's birthday party, of course, Mitchell and Cam's princess, Lily. A 4th of July barbecue potluck, a Colombian Independence Day fiesta, no doubt, for Gloria, played by Sofia Vergara. The perfect summer dinner, and a Sunday fun day brunch. We also have a Halloween spectacular, Dumpy Thanksgiving, an Italian accent night, so Italy themed there. And by the way, in October, I plan on introducing some Italian cookbooks into the mix in here. At least a couple, in light of recent events. And finally, Health Kick with Andy the Manny. Now, if you're a Modern Family outsider or insider who hasn't caught up yet with Modern Family, you'll find an episode guide from seasons 1 through 6, so you can catch up with all 4 families and check up on their happenings. Episode by episode, still by still. They're all included in here. The recipes themselves are organized in the traditional MO. Breakfast, snacks, hors d'oeuvres, and party foods, salads, soups, and sandwiches, sides, main courses, baked goods and desserts, and drinks. Tina Rupp's in charge of photographs, and Liana Kristoff and Hedda Hogan contribute the dialogue and the recipes. So it's not really the characters or the actors or actresses that contribute the recipes in here. Oh well, there is something here for everyone. I mean, food photographs, episode photographs, miscellaneous photographs and graphics and what have you. They really salt and pepper this book quite well. We have hearty main dishes, some substantial fare, and a good hearty amount of family humor, with these features that take you deeper inside the Modern Families represented. So as we're perusing through this, you really see that perhaps your Modern Family might be well represented in here, because you might be able to identify with any of the families listed in here, any of the family members specifically. If not, then maybe just like me, you'll be perusing through this book and hopefully using it one day just for the recipes, which really, by and large, are classic recipes that you would whip up at your family table anyway, but with a decidedly more, slightly modern twist. We have Claire's pesto shrimp pasta, Mitchell and Cam's butternut squash bisque, which I already highlighted, and Gloria's buñuelos. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's the salad brownie, asked Phil Dunphy. Now with this, oh, but you can spend a lot of budding quotes from Lily, the divaest diva in the Modern Family series. Of course, among other characters as well. There are no acknowledgements here to speak up. The book isn't necessarily dedicated to anyone, so it just plays it simple and straightforward, and I guess I gotta give it all 5 claps. It's a harmless cookbook, yet it certainly packs a lot of charm. All told, Stephen Levitan and Christopher Lloyd, the creators of Modern Family, were wise to take the statement that food and family go hand in hand and give it a life of its own, in the show and of course in between 2 hardcovers. Even though I'm not a Modern Family fan yet, I gotta say this book gives family meals a more modern meaning. Thanks for watching TSR. Now, to see another awesome review like this one, click here. If you want to become a Hollywood bargain hunter, click here to subscribe. And I'll catch you on the thrift side.